We did it, folks. We found a little snake.
He's so angry.
Well, yeah, because he's small and self-conscious.
He's so mad.
Wow, imagine. Ooh, child. Here we have the snake whisperer, Calum. Say hello, Calum.
Hello.
Now whisper to the snake. Hey.
Marcel tongue. He's so mad.
Oh, he big mad. Oh, big fella. So handsome. Hey, so what's up, guys? We just finished some filming in the woods. I don't know if there's going to be an intro or an outro or not aired at all.
We'll see.
Maybe. But little overview. This is Calum.
Hi.
And I am Danny. And Calum is some super genius, something super smart guy going for his doctorate.
This is true. Yeah. So I'm a nature type person,
and I'm just some guy with a podcast who super replaceable. I might get fired. The show runs on Calum. Basically, I'll be filming Calum in the woods, doing nature things, talking nature things. It's an educational show, fun-educational show. Okay, so don't mind that we just completely changed camera angles in the middle of this. The show is Danny and Calum Save the World. We will be doing nature things. Calum, save the world for us.
Yeah, so with this show, other than kind of showing you guys some cool stuff that we find in nature, I want to add some messages just about kind of what to do conservation-wise, how to help out the environment, because it's an important thing, especially right now. A lot of things are going on that people can do right now that can help out just nature around you and the environment in general in the world. So today we're walking around the woods just around our neighborhood. So a few tips about that. If you want to go out into nature and see some cool things that live by you, just make sure that you're being kind of as minimally invasive as possible. So stay on the trails. If you're flipping logs and rocks to look for animals, make sure you put them back just how you found them to kind of not mess with the environment too much. And then other little things that you can do, especially right now, try to limit the amount of single-use plastic that you use. So anytime you go out, get reusable bags, reusable shopping bags. Try to cut down on the amount of straws that you use, or you get a reusable straw, or just don't have straws in general. That's what I do. And lots of other little things like that. Those are just a couple tips that I can think of off the top of my head, and I'll be adding in more as we go along when I think of stuff.
Yeah, I'm also kind of learning. I'm just having Professor Calum, future Dr. Calum, teach me. Mainly, I'm only here to hold the camera and insert a couple jokes here and there, which don't even know if I'm good at it. So yeah. So, is there anything else you want to add? I have one question.
Oh, sure.
What, unrelated, Calum, what is your favorite podcast?
My favorite podcast would have to be Castpod on YouTube. I think it's really solid. Probably like the funniest podcast I've heard in a long time.
Yeah, that is not my podcast. Look at this. We've been here for 5 minutes, and Calum got a snake.
I did too.
What is that?
This
is he nice?
He's an eastern garter snake. He's a little grumpy. He didn't want to be grabbed, obviously.
Well, did you ask first? Did you got consent?
Yes.
And thus concludes the run of Danny and Calum Save the World.
Listen. All right. So yeah, this is an eastern garter snake. Thamnophis sertalis is the Latin name. And I just found him while we were walking around here.
He was just slithering along here.
Yeah, it's a nice sunny day today. It's almost in the 60s. It was raining the past few days, so I thought it would kind of be a good day to come out and see what's around. A lot of things should be coming out to sun themselves right now. Get as much energy as I can before it rains again. But yeah, it's a nice looking little garter snake. Ooh.
Is he gonna bite you?
Probably not. He doesn't seem like the bitey type. He's not pooping on me either, which is surprising.
Is that a thing snakes do? They poop on you?
Yeah, they musk. So they'll basically just kind of poop, make them really smelly, which makes them unappetizing to whatever wants to eat them. But I don't want to eat this guy. I just wanted to show him off. He's a really solid brown color, so not the prettiest one, but still a good looking little guy. So I'm going to let him go.
Bye, buddy. Look for yourself on YouTube.
Have fun.
We did it. Let's go home.
Okay, we're done. So we're out in the woods today, just trying to see what we can find. It's a nice spring day. It's a little cool, but...
We are way out in the woods.
Alright, well, I'm panning back over here. So, so we're deep in the woods right now, very far away from any kind of civilization. And it's just really nice today compared to what it's been. So I wanted to see if we could find anything cool to show you guys. We already stumbled upon a snake. I'm sure we'll show that. And we'll see if anything out is kind of running around now that there are no people. Everyone's stuck inside, you know.
So who are you?
I'm Calum.
Well, why are you doing this?
Oh, well, I mean, this is just kind of what I do. I like nature and animals, and I kind of work with animals, so...
Yeah, are you going to be a doctor of sorts?
Probably. Yeah, I'm working on it. Doing a master's right now, working with reptiles and amphibians, specifically snakes. So I want to show people kind of how cool these animals can be, show them that they're not that weird, specifically reptiles and amphibians, because most people aren't a big fan of those, but I like them, and I think I can make some other people see the good side in it too.
Good.
Why are you here?
And I'm just his friend with a podcast.
There we go. Say, hey, be cool.
Who's that?
So this is a redback salamander, as you can tell from his very not redback. Oh, he's starting to move now that he's in the sun. He's very cold. He just found him under a log. So, like I said, this is a redback salamander, one of the most common species of salamander in the U.S., probably. Plethodon cinereus. And being plethodon in the family Plethodontidae, that means they are lungless salamanders. These guys do not have any lungs. Obviously, everybody knows that.
Everyone knows that's what that means.
So they breathe entirely through their skin. So that's why I don't want to be touching him for too long. Cause
are you suffocating him right now?
I am not suffocating him right now.
Oh.
Although he doesn't appreciate it.
He's going.
See, they like to hide under logs and rocks. So that's kind of what he's trying to do right now. Although I don't want him hiding inside my jacket. I'm going to take him out of there.
Is he going to eat you?
He is not going to eat me.
What does he eat? Look at that
Eats a lot of
segue
little-
to a thing.
It is a nice segue. Good job. He eats a lot of tiny invertebrates. So any kind of little bugs that he'll find under those logs. And I just want to point out, even though he is a redback, as I joked, he doesn't have a redback because there's a color phase that they can have called a leadback, which is where they're just kind of this solid black instead. But let's put
So
this guy
will
in.
he have a redback?
He will not. That is just his color for life.
Oh. Okay, bye, buddy.
See you later, bud.
Wow, we did it.
We did it.
We're saving the world.
Yep, by touching stuff.
Okay, real quick.
So yeah,
Where is he? Put your finger on him.
right here.
We just found, and by we I mean literally just me, not even Calum.
Right, I'm not here. We found a little baby redback salamander, just like the one we saw a minute ago with the really solid black back. This is a fresh little baby. He probably recently hatched. And you can see he actually has that red back unlike the other one, but he's slipping
I think
away
I
right
lost
now.
him.
Yeah, he's
I
slipping
lost
away.
him.
We'll leave him.
But you had never seen one that small.
I've never seen a freshly hatched one like that, so that is very cool.
So there you go. We're unearthing some new cool things. We're so good at this.
Wow, there we go. Big boy.
Wow.
Check this out.
Who dat?
This is a spotted salamander. And this is what I was really hoping to find today. I thought it'd be too late to see him. There's another little baby redback, but he scooted off. So yeah, Ambystoma maculatum, the spotted salamander. This one's actually relatively small compared to some others that you can see. So I found him
Small.
just sitting right here under this log, and that's pretty much where they'll be. These guys, Ambystomatidae, sorry, is a family of mole salamanders, which is what these guys are. And they're called mole salamanders because they burrow into the ground like that. So for most of the year, you're going to find all these adults hidden below the surface, under some dirt, sometimes inside of logs. And this guy looks like he's pretty much still asleep. So he's pretty much like done for the year.
Quiet. Sleeping.
I'm sorry. But he's pretty much done. He's probably already mated. And he's kind of like a zombie right now, honestly.
He's not moving or anything?
He's not moving.
But he's alive.
He's very much alive, but he's just kind of sitting there. I'm going to put him back under his little log home. But this is really, really cool. I was very much hoping to see these guys because they're an awesome little animal. Such a big salamander compared to what you'd usually find around here, like those redbacks that we
Do
saw
they
earlier.
eat other salamanders?
They do not. They also eat invertebrates, really small things that, you know, are just crawling around, like any of these little isopods or anything else under here. So, really happy that we saw this. This was cool.
Wow.
Thank you for existing.
Right back where we found him.
Yep. Always got to put stuff back as you found it, because you don't want to disturb these environments. These little logs are kind of like micro habitats, so even just kind of lifting them up, flipping them messes with it, but as long as you put it back as good as you found it, then that's good. And always put the thing back before you put the animal back under, otherwise you're probably going to squish him.
Oh, that'd be so sad.
But he's fine, so
moving on.
very happy.
Oh shoot, I'm taking a video. Well,
I mean, you can just like zoom in on him and take a video.
sir, how we doing?
Pretty cool, right? Tis. Very nice looking salamander.
Okay, here's something else I want to point out. This is like the second geocache thing that we found. One of them we were pretty sure was cocaine.
Yeah.
But this one looks kind of more legit. What is that? People signed in there?
Yeah, people who find it sign it, what date they found it.
This is just organized litter, is what this is.
Pretty much.
Should we sign it?
Nah.
Yeah, no, totally, definitely not.
I'm not a geocacher.
Right. Anything good in there? Bouncy balls?
2 bouncy balls.
On a fishing lure?
Yeah.
Or a weight or whatever? Wow. Yeah, well done. That was better hit than it was.
Yeah, honestly it was.
Wow. Danny and Calum, professional geocachers. We don't even need the app or whatever. We found 2 already.
So I don't know if you can hear that, but if so, that loud peeping sound are some frogs that are kind of the first signs of spring when it's really nice out. Well, nice for them anyways. Those are spring peepers, or Pseudacris crucifer. I was hoping we'd be able to find some. I thought it was a little late in the season, honestly, to hear the big calling choruses. Now they're picking up. Those are a bunch of very... I wasn't coughing to get your attention.
No, I know.
But those are a bunch of very enthusiastic males looking for the right lady.
Retweet.
I know, right?
Should we try that?
I've tried yelling at people, and it really doesn't. It gets their attention, but man.
Every time I peep at women, they just...
they really hate people.
They don't respond well to it.
Yeah, that's where they get their name from. Spring peepers is right in the spring. They'll make these really, really loud choruses, all of them gathered together to call and compete for females. And I gotta say, these are probably some stragglers, because usually they'd be done calling by now and have already mated. So you snooze, you lose, basically. These guys might be calling to nothing.
These people, these guys probably listen to my podcast and relate to it.
This is true. But nice to hear them anyways. If we can get some closer footage of some actually in hand, that would be cool. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, I hope this is picking it up, but we won't know.
We'll find out later.
We're currently on the lookout for turtles, and I was told to be very quiet because turtles will run away as soon as they hear anything. I'm sure. Oh, okay. He's just gonna yell right now that he just doesn't see any turtles.
Yeah.
Okay, we've started. There's no turtles. Okay, we're moving on. Alright, let's see if I can get him. Okay, there we have
Spotted turtle. Are you?
I'm recording.
Yeah, I just want to see how good of a picture it is before we move in.
It's not super great.
As long as you can kind of tell that there's a turtle there.
Where are you?
Whoa, there he is. Nice. So that's a pretty older looking dude. But yeah, this is what we were looking for, was the spotted turtle.
I want to apologize to everyone viewing. I am not the best cameraman right now.
It's fine. I just want to hang back here for a minute because I don't want to scare it off. I want people to be able to see it first. But This is a really, really cool species of turtle. I don't see them that often. This is pretty much the only place I know of where I can see them consistently. But this is another one of those species that comes out really early before anything else. As soon as it gets like a little bit warm in the very early spring, these little dudes will be hanging out in these vernal ponds, or these vernal pools, which are basically just spots in the woods that fill up with rainwater and stay like that all spring and then dry out for the rest of the year. But very happy that we could see this. Although they're called spotted turtles, you can't really tell on this one just because we're so far away. There are a few spots on it. You might be able to tell that there's some orange around the neck, but some really vibrant ones can be beautiful. They'll look like those spotted salamanders we saw earlier, but in turtle form, basically. So I'm going to see if we can get a little bit closer and get some better video of it, but it might just jump in the water because it's pretty much looking right at us.